Hi guys, so for this video, we are going to answer would you rather questions. Okay? So we're going to have a few questions here that's got would you rather, and we're going to answer them. Okay, sweetheart, so for the first question, would you rather be completely hairless or as hairy as a gorilla?
I got a bit of both because I'm completely hairless and I'm as hairy as a gorilla. I would say completely hairless.
Really?
Yeah.
Like from top all the way through?
Yep. Even the extra parts between the legs.
Me too. Because it's kind of hard when you have hair and it's steaming hot like right now in Florida.
Because I look if I had hair everywhere, I look like Encino Man.
What?
Encino Man.
What is that?
I'll look up on Google.
You have to Google and send me a picture, so I have to do an overlay in the video.
Okay.
Okay, would you rather live 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future? Good question.
100 years in the future. Life in the past, 100 years ago, was really friggin' hard. And even further back it goes, like to Jesus' time and stuff, it was really hard. You were lucky if you lived into your 30s. And there wasn't a legal system back then. There wasn't the technology back then. There wasn't the medical advances back then. You didn't live very long back then, and life was hard even 100 years ago. 100 years in the future, we're probably going to be living a lot longer, and we're going to have a lot more technology helping us along, and we're going to know a lot more about medicine, about biology as we move forward. So I think that we would, in 100 years in the future, not only will we be living longer, hopefully we'll be having healthier lives as well. 100 years in the future, absolutely.
I think I want 100 years in the past. That way I get to see everything from the past. Yes, there's no technology and everything, but come to think of it, it's a lot easier back then without all this technology that makes everybody go crazy.
Yeah, but it's optional. Social media is optional. And social media makes you crazy, yeah.
Well, social media was optional until technology kind of took over. Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef? You kind of have both right now.
I'd say a personal maid rather than a personal chef. If you're too lazy to get food, you can always go out to a restaurant and they get a personal chef there. You can't go out to a restaurant and get a personal maid.
No, but why would you need a Okay, never mind. Yeah, me too. I'd rather have a personal maid anyway. Would you rather have a frog's head or a frog's leg?
Yeah. What is that? I'd say frog's leg, because if a frog's head, I can be eating flies all day. At least the frog's legs, I could jump away.
And you'll be more flexible.
I could jump to work and stuff, and I wouldn't have to drive anywhere.
Yeah. Would you rather have a clone of yourself or a clone of me?
I would say a clone of you.
Why?
Because you're beautiful and
one is not enough?
You're beautiful and
is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and if one's in a bad mood, maybe the other one's in a good mood. I don't know.
You know, if a clone is not gonna be the same as the original.
Yeah.
It's gonna be as bad as the other one.
Well, one of them's gonna be in a good mood. 50-50 shot.
Would you rather have 3 eyes or 3 arms? Why would would you want to have 3 eyes for? That's like Cyclops. Why?
3 arms, you can do more. What do you need 3 eyes for?
I know. What would you need 3 eyes for? I don't know.
Eyes in the back of your head.
Would you rather be remembered for something awful or forgotten about completely?
Forgotten about completely, I think, because you look at the people who've done something awful. Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, those people who've done something awful. They're remembered forever, yeah, but they're remembered forever for all the wrong reasons in this world. I'd sooner be forgotten about than remembered that way, I think.
True. Would you rather never gain weight from junk food or never get hangover from drinking? Well, technically we don't drink, so I'd rather not gain weight from junk food.
Yeah, I'd say same thing. No, but they're both an addiction. Drinking's an addiction and junk food's an addiction, I guess. So I don't know.
Make it
You
simple.
can gain weight from both of them, so both bad calories. I wouldn't want to do either, really.
It's good it's not showing in the camera.
Yeah, this is from sugar. This isn't from beer, but it's the same thing.
Alright, would you rather have to dance every time you walk or sing every time you speak? You can't do either. I'd rather sing. Because what if you if you're dancing while you're walking, how are you
Yeah,
gonna
but-
do that while you're going up a stairs?
Your whole life is going to be like a Disney movie then. If you sing every time you speak, oh my god, it's going to be like Tangled all over again. Holy, no, God, no. And dance every time you move, I don't know, you're going to be like you're on, like those crazy people you see on the street that have been having the illegal substances, you know, bopping around while they're asking for spare change.
But you have to choose.
I'd say dance every time you move because at least you're going to stay fit.
Yeah, but how are you gonna do that when you're going up the stairs? You'll be stumbling down.
Yeah, look where you're way, you backflip stairs, I don't know.
Would you rather date someone 20 years younger than you or 20 years older than you? Be careful your answer.
That's a really hard one, actually. The people that you date that are 20 years younger than you generally lack experience, and it's not going to be a meaningful relationship. 20 years older than you, I've had uncles that have had young wives, and I have to say, when the age difference is that big, it's one of them has all these kind of health problems, and they go to the doctor all the time. And the wife's still young, and he's going to the doctor, and he's having to have all this stuff done to him and everything. And she's still young, and she's wondering what did I get myself into? Because people get older, and 20 years is a big age difference either way. I would say 20 years younger if the person is socially mature, but finding a socially mature person that's 20 years younger than you is kind of difficult, I'd say that's a big age gap. So,
Well, it depends because you know what they say. Women actually are mature thinker than men.
yeah. At least I'd say 90% of them are. There are some that we know that are not that mature and want to be party animals until they're freaking 50 years old. But women have to mature faster because biologically says they have the babies, so they have to mature faster. Otherwise, they get themselves in a buttload of trouble basically by.
Well, still, that's all.
So, but you know.
It all depends on a person.
It depends on the person, yeah. There's a lot of social influences and stuff nowadays.
Okay, would you rather take a vacation with your boss or never go on a vacation again?
Never go on a vacation.
Wow.
Again. I turned down a cocktail lunch at the Rocket Garden at NASA because it was no family members were invited to this cocktail lunch. So I knew exactly what was going to happen at this gosh darn cocktail party. We were going to stand around the visitor center and give status updates on the work we were doing. Can you imagine that on vacation? The whole freaking time that you're on vacation, your boss is asking for status updates on an analysis task or a rocket launch or something. No way. That's not kind of vacation. Vacation is not talking about work. But when you're with someone who you work with and you're on vacation, you are going to be talking about work non-stop, because it's the only thing you guys have in common. And it will suck. So you know what? I would never take a vacation ever again. Especially if I knew my boss was on it. No way. Hi, Willie.
Does your boss watches it? Would you rather be able to speak in any language or be able to talk to animals? I would choose talk to the animals.
Does it mean you can understand any language as well?
Well, obviously, if you speak the language.
What are you speaking? All you do is go, "Do you speak English?" That works.
No.
Uh-oh.
Choose.
I would say talk. I'll say talk to the animals as well, because you can say, "Fido, why did you do that on the rug when you should have gone outside?"
Really?
Rover, why are you pooping on the
Last
carpet
question.
again?
Okay, last question. This is a good one. Would you rather be gorgeous and married to someone ugly, or ugly and married to someone gorgeous?
Either one is could get you in a lot of trouble, really. So if you're gorgeous and married to someone ugly, well then the other ugly person, you're not going to see the other person as ugly to you. But you're also going to, if you're gorgeous, you're probably going to have a lot of people hitting on you. So if you're ugly, I'd say ugly marriage, just like right now, ugly marriage to someone who's gorgeous.
No. Well, I would rather be... How can you say that you're married to someone ugly? I mean, if you're married to someone, just like you said, that someone is not ugly to you.
Yeah.
So how can you actually tell if you're married to someone ugly?
Well, I think some people
Doesn't make sense.
do that. Unfortunately, there are some. Yeah, you see some people.
Actually, I'm sorry to cut you off, sir, but in the Philippines, Andrew E. I'm gonna have a disclaimer. Andrew E. is a singer, a rapper in the Philippines, and he has a song that says, "If you wanna be happy," I'm trying to translate this in English. If you wanna be happy, look for someone ugly. Because I think what they're saying is, if that person that is not gorgeous or ugly in this term, that means that person is not going to cheat on you.
Sure.
But unfortunately nowadays there are people that are not gorgeous, they are ugly, I'm sorry for the term, but they have more of the guts to actually be the cheater.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how the song of Andrew E. of "Look for someone ugly if you want to be happy" is even relevant to these days.
It's not relevant, because you may, if you marry someone ugly, you're marrying them for other reasons other than their looks, obviously. Like, you know, their bank account or what house they have or what car they drive and stuff like that. But that stuff gets kind of old really quick. Yeah, you marry a millionaire and he buys you all these gifts and you go on his private jet and everything. But then that starts to get old after a while and you realize that you can't sustain the relationship. So you have this shock and awe thing when you enter a relationship with someone who's someone who's famous or someone who has money, and then after a while you realize, well, what did I get myself in? This is all. This isn't all it's cooked. This is all it's sort of cooked up to be, basically. I think that in terms of ugliness and good lookingness, you have to almost be at the same level. You cannot be exactly at the same level, but you have to be within a little bit of each other. I think if there's too much of a discrepancy there, if either spouse is like, you know, gorgeous and the other one's ugly, if there's too much of a gap there, it's not going to work out in the long term, because there's going to be problems either way. You know, there's billions of people on the planet, and if you have just a few percentage of those hitting on your spouse, it's going to cause problems. And it depends if, you know, if one's less ugly than the other one, it's going to cause problems. So you're going to be almost level in some respects.
Well, how can you say that at all? Because there are people that gonna say, see, the problem is, if you're not judgmental and if you're confident with yourself and you're confident with your relationship, you're not going to consider either one of you to be ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the other people. It's how you're going to perceive of, are you going to listen to what people are going to say? Are they going to say, oh, your spouse is ugly, and you're going to just start listening to other people and consider your spouse as ugly? Then that's your problem. You got a problem there.
Yeah, so, I'd agree with that. I'd say beauty's always going to be in the eye of the beholder. Don't listen to other people. They're going to talk behind your back and say, oh, she's ugly, she's 100 pounds overweight, she's got one eye, whatever they're going to say.
One eye?
You know, I don't know, she's a pirate, I don't know. They're going to say all these weird things. You've got too many tattoos, but it's a personal thing. We all have personal preferences. Like, I don't like tattoos, but, you know, it's a personal preference, I think, for everybody on the planet. And it's good that these days we can choose without being judged. That's it. But they're saying that people are always going to judge you. They're always going to use this quick and dirty assessment method, which everybody uses, based on what you're wearing and, you know, how you look. They're going to quickly judge you in probably half a second. But that's the way people are. Unfortunately, until you get to know someone, that's usually the way they are. But saying that, where am I going with this? I don't know where I'm going with. I'm saying that be free to do whatever you want, and someone out there will accept you, or the billions of people out there, someone out there will accept you and will love you for whatever you are.
Bottom line is, no matter what you do, no matter how kind and caring you try to be, someone is always going to say something bad or negative about you. So it's just about, are you going to live your life based on other people's expectation from you, or are you going to live your life based on how you want it to be and how you're going to be happy about your life? Your life is your life, not their life. Your bills is your bills. They're not paying for your bills. They're not paying for your own happiness. So it's just a matter of live your life the way you want it to be, how you're going to be happy about it. Make decisions that's gonna stick with that decision and make sure that you're happy with that decision. Don't make decisions based on what other people expect you to choose.
Yeah, I've known some successful people, and these successful people have really thick skins. They don't care about all these comments, and they're always successful people are always going to have haters on social media bashing them, and they're gonna have so many people liking them, so many people hating them. They have thick skin. They're gonna ignore the people that are hating them, because you're always going to get haters around. They're going to try and say bad things about you, sue you, take your money, say your cars are garbage, whatever, you know, and just you have to have a thick skin and ignore those people, and just keep going through life, because you're always going to have haters. If you're successful, you will have haters. There's no two ways about it. And every successful person I've known, I've known a few of them, they have haters out there, and just got to deal with it. That's all. So many haters that they have to have security guards following them around, you know.
Yeah, somebody, I think it was one of the sisters. One of the Mori sisters says that hater stands for having achieved something. I completely forgot, but it means that you have haters because people like how your life is and you've achieved something that they don't have in their life. So yes, so it's like having an achievement and you're successful. That's why you have haters.
Some of the funniest ones I had is that the haters are always going to say, "Oh, money's not the answer to everything." Oh, and money changed you, and fame changed you, and they're going to say all these stupid garbage things. Well, of course, money's not the answer to everything, but it's also a lot better than struggling to pay the bills and struggling to put food on the table. So it's money doesn't change people. And if you look at a lot of these people that have money, they cannot actually get to this money straight away. A lot of it's invested, and it takes a while for them to actually cash the money out. So they're not walking around with $10 million in the back pocket. It doesn't kind of work like that. But there's always gonna be haters around. They're gonna hate you, and that's just the way things are. Maybe some people out there deserve it, but a lot of people don't. It's just jealousy is all it is. Just being jealous of other people, which will get you nowhere really. If you want to use that energy and start your own business and be successful yourself.
Anyway, that is the end for our Would You Rather video that has turned into a motivational speech. It's like a TED Talk. But don't forget to
like, share, and what we want to subscribe.
Yes, like, share, and subscribe. And if you are on TikTok, our TikTok account is down at the bottom right here. So go and visit us. Thank you. Ready? Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Alright. So for this video, we are going to do a
For this video, we are going to do a what?
Say hard.